Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. And guys, you've talked me into it, the extra legendary event. We are going to do it today. I mean, I was looking at the comments, the top comments, so they couldn't possibly be wrong. My hair green screens really badly on the white background, eh? But we got 360 Game Geek says pull for the extra Lego. Have a great job. We've got No Brainer. Like his name is No Brainer. If ever there was an expert on no brainers, this would be the guy. He says, do it. You're gonna get your first Duchess tomorrow. And especially important, he has the grammatically correct version of your, so you know that he's smart. If you're covered for the fusion, they finally start out some of their songs like, go for it, Leroy Palmer, he's a panda. Even the pandas, they're trying to not be endangered, but they're taking the time to tell me, nubkeks, you need to pull for the shard event. So we are going to do it. I'm actually pulling today before the 10x as well. I was kind of conflicted, right? Because I would really, really like Valkyrie. Valkyrie would be fantastic to get. However, at the same time, the 3 other champions in the 10x event with her, I actually have them all already, and in fact I have a few dupes of them already on a couple. I've got about 3 Nogdars, for example. So I wasn't too sold on going for that. I said, you know what, I'd rather keep it open. And yeah, again, for the best chance for that Duchess Lilitu, she's coming today apparently, we're gonna just pull with it blind. As I mentioned, I am nowhere near my mercy system, so this could be pretty expensive. This could take all of these shards plus a bunch more from gems. We'll hope it won't come to that. The earlier we hit it, the better. And yeah, like I said, champions that I'd be looking for. I mean, we can just flick through. I've kind of talked about some of this stuff before. I'd say the main ones. Let me just focus the main ones. Valkyrie would be pretty up there, but so would Kantra. I'd really like to get Kantra. Would not like Jetney. I have her waiting for CVC. Wouldn't mind a Glycea for some live arena. That could be kind of fun, so I'd be open to that one. What other big ones are there that I'm missing from regular shards? Skull Lord Vargal for Hydra, that would be really good. Kantra for Hydra, I think I said. Missing lots of these guys. Ghostborn would be nice. Lots of them. There's lots of options. You know what I'd actually really like as well, be a Ruark. See if we can get him to do some, yeah, the new dungeon, right? Maybe we could do some fun builds with that. Without any further ado, though, let's start pulling. Come on, let's go. Hopefully we can have some good luck here. All right, we're expecting to see a lot of blues. You know what would also be cool? And this is something that is worth considering as well. Let me mention it here. Nothing right there. Karam is absolutely terrible. You could potentially, if you've missed one of the rares or epics for the fusion, this could give you a chance to pull them again. It's a bad chance. I wouldn't really recommend it. This guy's new, actually, for me. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it is something you can do. Like, I think my girlfriend has been very busy with work. We've both been very busy, but she's been especially busy with work and stuff the last few days. But I think she actually missed. She plays the game, and she missed, I think, Artifact Enhancement 2. One of the hardest ones to miss, but she did it. So she's down one of the rares. The fusion is basically over for her, but I've asked her, we're going to figure it out later if it's worth for her going for this and just the chance to get a rare and then they get the fusion. I think it is. I think it is worth it. We got Durandil. I want to talk about this guy. So he is actually a pretty hard-hitting epic champion. He's attack, he's force affinity, but he hits hard. This move is an AoE. Ignores 15% defense and gives him 10% turn meter per critical hit. This actually hits very hard because of that ignore defense, and he's got good multipliers. This move here, Royal Assassin, ignores 50% defense. Very strong and gives himself perfect fail. That's really good too. His A1 is okay as well. It's not bad. He's actually a pretty good nuker. He's very squishy, but he hits really hard. Very, simple, straightforward, epic nuker, but one of the better ones now actually in the game. Again, I would also mention, rough rule of thumb, I'd roughly recommend this event as being worth it if you can do it with like 100 to maybe 120 shards or something like that. When you're starting to pull more shards like me, it becomes a little less worth it. Got no fusion epics, but we've got 2 rough stones. Thanks game. I wonder, did they tweak the rates for like the fusion rares and epics and stuff during this event? I say it's just random, but who knows, right? Who knows? We got a whole bunch of rares. I mean, we're going to hit a lot of rares, that is for sure. Nothing too exciting there. Moving on. We will run out of space at some point, so I'll pause it and I'll clear out. Unless we get lucky and we get it earlier, which is possible. Hey, Farrakhan the Fat. That's a really good pull. I need to make sure not to feed him. That is my second Farrakhan, and you can definitely use two. I know Deadwood Jedi is probably jealous. He's never pulled this guy. Amazing epic champion. Ally attack that brings in all allies except for him, which is great. Also gives crit rate and increased crit damage for 3 turns on everyone except for him, which is great. HP burn and poisons, decreased defense A1, got a kind of funky passive that's not super useful. Really nice champion, actually. You can use him for like speed farming a lot of Doom Tower bosses because he's got these nice debuffs and that ally attack. Yeah, he's pretty fantastic, actually. Really, really nice champion, Farrakhan. One champ I'd actually love would be Lanatharil. I'm going to throw that out there as a bold option, a bold choice. I would actually love Lanatharil to combo with... Oh, there we go. We got a fusion rare. Just like that. Bam. I can skip one of these fusion events. That's kind of cool. I'm going to have to look and see which one to skip. That's kind of cool. We've got one fusion rare so far. Let's see what else we get. You know, actually, I'm gonna keep a record of this. What fusion rares? 1 fusion epics, and you know what? Let's be fusion legendary. Let's will we pull? We're gonna get 2 legendaries today. We might get Newt, and that would actually be amazing. Newt's really good, and multiple Newts are brilliant. But yeah, Mass Fearmonger not so good. But yeah, like I said, Lanatharil. I have a 6-star awakened Lanatharil, which is pretty cool, and that'd be brilliant for Fire Knight Hard, especially with Noose. That ally attack, really, really nice. Live Arena is open. Okay, nothing else here. Hopefully I haven't missed one of the fusion rares. It's always possible because I'm talking and there's so many rares to just sort of blank over it and breeze through. Shadow Bow Tierlac, really, really good rare, actually, alongside the Void rare. Really good for the Sylvan Watcher faction crypt when it opens up. His AoE with a small increased speed. He also has a really good shield. 20% of this champion's max HP, and he's got really good max HP. So just build him up in like good HP. I actually put him in like a shield set, or I think it was a shield set on the test server. You can check out my video on best Sylvan Watchers teams. I found he was very effective at keeping the team alive, even decreased attack right there. Very strong for the particular boss, combos very well with the Void rare. Aox, great champ as well. Probably best spot would be the Iron Twins because of this passive. Increases 2 random debuffs on the attacker when attacked once per hit. You throw him in there with high accuracy with a Geomancer, and he can extend the Geomancer burn and just let Geomancer burn do the work. And then he's also healing your team as well, helping them stay alive. He puts out decreased attack, helps your team stay alive. So he's a great one. Actually a really interesting epic. I might actually rework my Iron Twins team at some point. I'm still using the team I literally made day 1 when that came out. I have not changed it. All right, let's go again. Man, we've ripped through, I feel like, a lot of blue shards at this point. Again, if we hit legendary before we have to spend gems for more shards, you know, I'm fairly okay with it. Where are we? We've got 45 more until that happens. Actually brings us almost directly to full. I didn't plan that, but it's happened. I'd be okay with it. You know, if we hit it before then. If we don't, it's not so lucky. Grunch actually is new. I'm almost sure for me. I think I've never pulled this champion before. He's kind of funky because he turns all your debuffs into continuous heals, which is cool. He can potentially do a ton of healing with this move. And then he's, yeah, AoE bombs as well. And... oh, gives you turn meter when bombs detonate on an enemy. He's kind of funky. I know MTG Jedi, I think, is a fan of Grunch with Operton Clanfather for Hydra. I think it's a bit of a meme team, but it is quite hilarious, the amount of like healing and speed you can get out of it. Not very useful, but it's really cool. It's a fun, unique way to use it. Let's see, we've got a bunch of nothing. Bunch of nothing. Let's go again. I don't really care too much about the Fusion Epic. Getting an extra one of those would be just nice to skip events, but I wouldn't really want it for the sake of having... oh, there's another one. Oh, make it 2. We've got 2 of the rare so far. All right, it's building up. It is building up. Frostbringer, an okay champion, hilariously with no frost whatsoever involved. Man, no sniff of a legendary so far. Right, we're going to need to go buy a bunch of shards. Let me pause it, and I'll be right back. Okay, actually, just quick interlude. I spent whatever gems, about 4,000. We've got 60 more shards, and we've got to make space, but I thought it would just be interesting. Is it a champion training tournament? Just to check this, because I'm going to speed feed some champions, right? Where are we at right now? Just to note, so right now 2801. Let me just note this, 2801. Let's see how many points we're going to get just from feeding up and making enough space here. So I'm just going to go and feed a bunch of champs in here. I've got some 2-stars and stuff. Going to make some room. We'll see how many points we get at the end. Take a screenshot if you will before I'm not going to bother writing this down, but you can see how many brews and stuff I'm going to use and how many points we're going to get. Could be a fun exercise. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, I'm back. Just because I was checking my progress here, we have actually finished this part of the champion training tournament. So that's done, which is cool. We haven't quite filled up enough free space, but we're pretty actually close to it. So not bad. And again, if you want to check in on my current brews, we've actually burned through a good chunk of brews to do this. But I was able to do it very quickly and efficiently and seems pretty all right. So we're making really good progress with our rares now. You can see I've got a lot of them are just at level 1, so we can power them up for some nice points at whatever point. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need 2 more of these rares and then I can finish this, and then I've got 1 to collect, as you saw, and then plus 2 others to get for this. So I think we're just fine on track. Should be totally fine. We've got 60 shards here. We can pull a few right now and then go back in if needs be. Let's see, maybe we'll hit legendary and we'll see. But I think this is a good point where after these few, we should be very close to Mercy. So a bit of extra motivation to clear up the space. It's like the legendary's coming, it's coming. Martyr and Michinaki. Okay. Okay. I have both of these already. That's the bummer. I do have both of these already. They're both pretty okay though. Michinaki is definitely the better one. I now have 2 Michinakis for Hydra. That is interesting. I'm gonna have to probably redo some of the teams to get him in there, but that's pretty huge, especially with the Hydra clash. Michinaki, one of the best Hydra champs in the game, right? Double AoE, that can remove all buffs and then place Hex. Actually brilliant, right? In case any buffs do go through, he can strip them off. It's actually really good. And that AoE Hex is so strong. Hex gives you so much damage on Hydra. There is the Cursed set now, which takes away from this a little bit because you can get Hex otherwise, but he's still really good. Then he brings AoE decreased defense, can also do decreased attack if they're hexed. And then he's got the burn on the A1, and then ally attacks. He gets a basically 50-50 to join in on any allies' attacks when they attack somebody under Hex, which should be nearly always that it's going to be under Hex because of his putting out the Hex. This adds up to a lot of damage. Just the extra attacks, the extra War Master procs, and then of course that can place the burns. It actually does quite a lot of damage. He's one of the better damage dealers for Hydra in the game. He's not the best. Akrisia, still the best, but Michinaki's really good. I actually ran him alongside Newt, so Newt plus Michinaki together on Nightmare Hydra for the my Newt showcase, the endgame showcase. So go check that out if you're curious to see how Newt and Michinaki do together, how they compare. They're both very good actual Hydra champions. Not the best of the best, but very, very good. But yeah, Michinaki's utility is just fantastic. So hey, I've got a second one to build up now. That is interesting. It's going to stretch my gear, certainly a little bit, but yeah, he'll definitely go in, almost definitely go into a Hydra team, pretty much no question. That's cool. Martyr is cool as well, because she does have the increased defense counterattack. I do have a Martyr video for Hydra as well, because, I mean, increased defense counterattack is nice. She brings decreased defense, then AoE decreased attack, and a provoke, although on a 4-turn cooldown. But she is pretty cool. Again, I think she's just not, like, top tier anywhere in the game right now, so she doesn't get much of a look in, I would say. But yeah, there we go. So I've got 40 extra ancients, as it were. That's fine. We'll start saving up again for a next potential guaranteed event. It could happen. For faction guardians, ooh, now that is exciting. Ooh, this is actually, wow, by far my most full faction. Who to empower here? I would say Cupidus is probably the one that stands out, isn't he? Because he's an actual... Oh, server maintenance. He's a damage dealer. So that would be the one that stands out. It's probably got to be Cupidus to be empowered. I don't have a Venus, so we don't get the most out of it. But that's pretty cool. Obviously, I think that Bivald and Archbishop are both really good for Hydra, so they're both good as well. And then Shadowkin. Actually, that's one really nice thing. Michinaki, my first Shadowkin dupe. So that's 10% extra HP for all the Shadowkin champions. That's actually pretty good and starts pushing us further. But yeah, I mean, like, I've got no Dwarf dupes. I've got no Undead Horde dupes, no Sylvan dupes. That was my first Shadowkin dupe. almost no Lizardman or Ogren. I'm just absolutely swimming in duplicates of Sacred Order somehow. How did that happen? I don't know. Also, we're checking in. Where did we go on the Summon Rush event? Ooh, okay, so 3,400 points. I could get a bunch of legendary skill tomes by pulling sacreds. That's probably worthwhile. So I do have sacreds. The haste, the 6-star speed glyph is really nice as well. We get some coins, the immortal. So yeah, we've got... I think this is probably worth doing. That'd be six sacred shards to get 3 legendary skill tomes. I think that's worth it. Let's do some sacreds here as well, guys. Let's go. I'm feeling lucky. Let's go. I want those legendary skill tomes. Old Gruckus. I think he might be new, actually. Old Gruckus, he might be new. We got... Oh, another Husk. Well, I've got 1 million, but he's a champion you can definitely have multiple copies of and have it worthwhile. Legendary, here we go. Hey, it's my first ever Kantra. Okay, this decision to pull extra has worked out really, really well. That is my first ever Kantra the Cyclone. That is really nice. What an amazing Hydra champion. So she comes in, AoE triple hit that can put out block buffs, decrease attack, decrease speed, weaken, decrease accuracy, or heal reduction. So the heal reduction is useless, right? But block buffs, decrease speed, decrease attack, weaken, and decrease accuracy are all brilliant for Hydra. That has a 3-turn cooldown. Her A1 can steal buffs, that's fine. But then her passive is brilliant, right? Can put debuffs on weak hits, so her affinity doesn't matter. Then 75% chance to place provoke on enemies under 5 or more debuffs at the start of this champion's turn. So you just get her going quick, and every single time she takes a turn, she can be provoking. Every single time, lovely on full auto. She gets tons of self-healing, takes less damage, decreases enemy accuracy as well. All of this stuff is great for Hydra. Brilliant champion. Happy days, right? I think we're doing 3 more. Let's go. Amazing. Got an epic. Luria, okay. Man, I'm happy with this, though. This has actually worked out really well. We did not get the Duchess that you guys promised me. We didn't get Duchess, but we got some decent stuff. 2 rares for the fusion, 3 legendaries. It's cost us a lot of shards. We spent a lot of shards. But bam, there we go. I actually don't care about the feast, personally, so I'm not going to bother. It would be 2 more sacreds for a feast. I think I'd rather keep the sacreds because I'm going to have to pull some this weekend for the Newt fusion. And then if there was ever a guaranteed anytime, you know, we'd be getting low at that point. So I think it's time to start saving back up. I know you guys are saying like 22 shards and you feel like you're in danger of going low. It's true. I am. That's the way it is, right? So yeah, I'd rather save. I mean, I kind of run out of champions to level up, but man, we got some new stuff. We got a couple of new dupes, but we got brand new Grunch is new, so that is cool. Need to make sure not to feed him. Ogren, we got old Gruckus is new as well. I think he's not much good to mention. Old Gruckus, what's he got? AoE, decrease attack, heal reduction, A2, decrease speed and turn meter pushback, pretty meh. Leech, he's like a really bad Fire Knight champion. Good speed aura. He's like a super budget Fire Knight weirdo. Maybe for some tournaments, but not really useful. And Dark Elves, you got Dirandil. Actually not a bad champ. Yeah, I think he's a good budget arena nuker, actually. Very nice. Especially if you need a Force Affinity one. You might have enough gear. And we got Kantra, who is brand new. And that's very cool. I started just like quite soon after the Kantra fusion, so I never got her. That is really, really nice to add her to the Hydra repertoire. Hey, Kantra plus, you know what, Kantra and Michinaki, they might go into a team together. That's actually quite a nifty combo. Not a bad combo. Guys, there we go. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you have good luck as well. That's my extra legendary done. There we go. There we go. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.